People often look over the hidden brilliance of that which is Squidward Q tentacles, and it takes a certain while to understand the sheer emotional complexities he puts into his art, and it is extraordinary. Today, we shall delve into the mind of Squidward Q tentacles and examine one of his most well-known pieces, the Solitude. Squidward starts his Solitude in E minor, but as many of you can clearly hear, it's not E minor, but in fact, a C that moves to an F, a perfect fourth. This may not sound like much to you, but if you just take a second to listen to it with true meaning, you will notice that the note C is a sixth away from the tonic E. And if you take a look at SpongeBob's fandom page, you'll notice that the main character of the SpongeBob original series in the art are SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Sandy, Plankton, Pearl, and Squidward. Now, I know what you're thinking. But there are 7 characters. What does that have to do with 6? Well, the 6 represents the group that discludes Squidward, labeling himself as the odd one out, or the only normal one, thus turning the 7 into a 6. Absolutely brilliant. And now comes the emotional and heartbreaking moment, the movement of the C to the F, naturally creating a perfect fourth, but not a perfect fifth, to symbolize that there is no perfect world truly at hand. Fucking genius when I think of that. It represents how much everyone in the show is in false harmony, living in blissful ignorance. And the final piece of what really struck me about the Solitude is the F, because that's where the real genius resides. If you play an E minor scale, you'll notice that there is no F, only an F sharp. That is why I think really brought the Solitude to its peak genius, is that the fact that this represents the dissonance in the perfect fourth harmony, and that he's the only sharp person in the show. Sure, he may be wrong in the eyes of what's around him, but Squidward is smart. He knows what he is in this cruel world, a piece of dissonance in the harmony, an intellectual outcast. With this Solitude being in E minor, he's trying to convey something to the listener, that deep down, he's struggling to find a voice in this world, that no matter how out of place he is, Squidward wants to be heard. But the fact that the only notes being played are C and F, but never the F sharp, shows that he's but a ghost in this chain of our seemingly infinite expansive universe. The one true Solitude. His silence is deafening, crying for help, whilst the other characters just go on with their goddamn lives like it's nothing. And it pains me to hear such remarkable strokes of genius go overlooked and even ridiculed. I think what Squidward wants, nay, deserves, is this moment of retribution, a resolve, and a seeming hope for rest. What I am about to play right now will be for you, Mr. Squidward.